everyone. I'm excited to have you come and take a look at one of my favorite boutiques to shop at here in Chicago, Floradora. We're here at 330 South Dearborn, and I'm excited to have you meet the owner, Michael Blossom. Come on in and take a look at what we have to offer. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Nancy.
Thank you so much for inviting me here.
Of course.
I just love Floradora, you know that.
Yes, I do.
Okay. I just saw something in the window. Let me show you.
Well, I think you're talking about this skirt right here,
Yes.
which is by Modanique. It's a local designer that we carry. Her name is Kahindo. She makes everything in Chicago. And I think she's really cool because she is finding new ways of using African prints.
I think that's great. And how do you choose all of your designers? And is it you that does all the buying?
I do all the buying with some input from our staff. I look for designers who are doing something unique and original and who are not widely available at all the big stores. I consider finding smaller designers who are the right fit for our customer to be the most important part of my job, actually.
Yeah, that's why I love the store, is because you can find so many unique items. And how long have you been here?
We've been here for 6 years, and 3 years ago we opened our shoe boutique, which is just a couple of doors away in the same building.
And this building has some significance to you?
Yes, the Monadnock building it's called. It was built in the 1890s. I've always loved the building and known about the building. It's beautiful inside. You've probably been through,
Yes,
through
I
the
have.
lobby before. And also my grandma worked in this building back in the teens, and she always talked about it. She worked here when she was very young as an office girl on the 7th floor. And I even have a postcard that was addressed to her upstairs from 1917.
That is so cool. And what about your typical customer? Or do you have a typical customer?
Well, one of the things that I really love about this location actually is that we don't really have one typical customer. We have many of them. We have a very diverse clientele here. We're right in the heart of downtown Chicago, so it's kind of a crossroads. A lot of different people come through here. I think the common thread is that the people who come in here, whether they're younger or older, whatever their background, it's people who want something that's unique, that's different, that's well made, that they're not going to see on everybody walking down the street.
Yeah, I think that's a positive for me. That's one of the main reasons why I love shopping here myself. So as far as you being a shopper, do you have any style icons celebrities that you really like as far as
for
females?
myself?
For male and female.
Well, for males, I would say I don't have anybody that I particularly emulate, but I'm a fan of John Malkovich. He's a great dresser and designs his own clothes. Johnny Depp is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Johnny Depp is really cool.
He brings in a lot of the old style, mixes it with the new, which I like. He also happens to be a customer of the great hat shop that's next to us here in the building.
Oh my gosh.
Called Optimo. And as far as females, I'm inspired by Coco Rosie, two sisters who are musical artists. I just love their style, and hopefully one day I'll find our store.
Oh, fabulous. Is it a little vintage?
A big part of what I try to do here as far as the fashion is tying in a kind of a vintage influence in some way, but with garments that are also very modern and contemporary. So there's always something that recalls an earlier era, even if it's just the fact that it's really well made, or the fact that it's made in the U.S. A lot of our pieces are even made locally, and the attention to detail. Sometimes there's a little bit of a vintage flair as well in the styles.
I know we were talking about trends earlier, and I see a top over there. It's pastels. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? Let's walk over and I'll show it to you. I know we were talking about trends before, and pastels are so in, and I see this top right here is right on trend.
This one, I love this top. It's actually, first of all, it's very versatile. You can wear it dressy, you can wear it under a jacket, you can dress it down, just put it on with jeans or shorts. But it's very on trend because it has the pastel, but it's not the old-fashioned Easter pastels. It's like pastel done in a more interesting, edgier kind of way.
Definitely.
And it also has the color blocking, which is still a very big trend right now.
Right. And I also like the different textures, the silky and then the more rough texture there.
Right.
Very much on trend. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Love that piece. So, Michael, I work with a lot of Chicago women, and they're pretty conservative. Very Midwestern. They don't really go for a lot of the trends and the unique styling. So how would you approach someone who would come into your store that typically is very classic, little conservative, very so Midwesterner, as we're told we're here in Chicago?
Okay. Well, I think I would disagree with you a little bit in the sense that I think there may be some truth in it in the sense that if you just open up a store and you bring all of the LA styles or all of the New York styles in, it won't necessarily work here. But that doesn't mean that Chicago women aren't willing to try new things and aren't adventurous in their own way, as long as you can figure out what kind of options you need to give them.
That's great. Yeah, that's a good point, because I feel I love Chicago, and I'm not that typical Midwesterner conservative person who shops.
Right, right, exactly. I think you actually have somewhat of what I would call a Chicago style, which is not, I wouldn't call it conservative.
Great.
But I would say that's a little bit different from what you might see on the coasts.
That's true. That's true. And we were talking about tops being such a big category for this summer.
Yeah.
Can you show me a couple of tops that might?
Yeah, I'm excited about a lot of the tops we have right now, and a lot of them are on trend, but they're also versatile enough you can keep them for years. This is one of the ones I wanted to show you. It's from a Dutch designer called Humanoid, and it's part of what I was talking about earlier about our store trying to have things that are very modern and contemporary, and yet at the same time recall an earlier era in some way. This fabric is wonderful. It's a waffle textured cotton, and you can see the attention to detail in the back as well as the pleats. And this is one of those tops that you can wear with just about anything. And
you can dress it up or down. Yeah, definitely.
You can dress it up or down. It's a pastel, but it's an edgy sort of pastel. It's not your grandma's Easter color.
Definitely not. I think a lot of complexions can wear that color too.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Very, very cool. Any other tops that you would like to show?
Well, let's see. This one is one of my favorites. This is from Cita Mert, a Spanish brand that we carry.
Oh, this is cool.
We carry a number of European brands that are just kind of hard to find in Chicago, and this is one of our favorites, Cita Mert. It's a linen blend knit, so it's a wonderful, wonderful fabric, just slightly sheer. I would say this is the kind of thing that you can use almost the way you would use a t-shirt.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Just throw it on with whatever you're wearing, and you're going to look 20 times better than you would with the average t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's also on trend with the pastels used in a different way,
Right.
and the color blocking as well.
And so you do all the buying, you said, right?
I do all the buying. I do try to get input from the staff as much as I can.
And how often? Every day? Once a month?
Well, I'm working on buying almost all the time. It's a part of my job almost all the time, and I consider it the most important part of my job, really. So I try to always give it some attention. But of course, the big times of year are the two big spring and fall buying trips that we do.
Wow. And I know you have a clientele that just comes in, men especially, that buy gift items.
Yeah.
What are your most popular gift items you feel you carry here in the store?
Men love to buy jewelry as gifts because it's easy and they know it's going to fit. And so we do sell a lot of jewelry as gifts. I think women do appreciate men who will take the risk of getting something a little more dangerous, like a dress.
Like a dress for size, yes.
Yeah, dresses can be tricky to fit, but if you take the risk, I think it's worth it.
Okay. So why do you think anyone here in Chicago, any woman should shop at Floradora? What do you think you have that some other boutique does not carry? Or why would they want to come to this store?
Well, people who love to shop here are usually people who appreciate the attention to detail that you can see in every garment in a store that you don't see in the mass-produced apparel at the big stores. They appreciate the fact that they're supporting small designers who are doing unique and interesting things, many of whom are creating jobs in the U.S. rather than manufacturing overseas. And they like to have things that are unique and different and that they won't see on everybody else walking down the street.
Is that one of your philosophies, is to carry designers that produce here in the United States?
Yeah, I try. We're not 100% United States based, but I definitely every season make sure that we have a lot of designers who are US based and manufacturing in the US as well.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to tell us about the store as far as what you feel will be your hot items or any woman should definitely take a look at?
We have a number of jersey dresses and skirts right now that are different. Of course, jersey dresses and skirts are always popular, but we have some right now that are different and pretty cool and that I think are versatile and usable for just about anyone.
Okay. What's the price range if someone was coming in to shop for a dress? What would they be seeing here at the store?
Well, we carry a lot of dresses this time of year, And I would say the price range is about $125 to about $350.
Okay, that's very reasonable. And what about some of your accessories, like these great brooches and pins and other gift items that I see right here?
Yeah, we sell a lot of gifts here too. We have a lot of gentlemen in the building and in the neighborhood who like to come here and shop for gifts.
Right.
And our gifts can range anywhere from $8 up to we have some great jewelry for about $300.
Right, I see these fantastic rings, and that
Yeah,
ties
cocktail
in.
ring's fun.
Yeah, that ties in with the whole theme of your merchandise, as far as it being unique and
Right.
very vintage in a way. I think it's great. I love this one. So you offer gift wrapping here. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, we offer free gift wrapping. We do a hand-stamped brown craft paper that we use with paper ribbon. Or people can purchase some of our gift wrap that we sell, and we have vintage maps and floral wrap, things like that.
So you have a lot of people that work in the building actually and come down and shop.
Yes, we
So
have a
is
lot.
it kind of a rush or?
Sometimes it's a rush. Yeah, actually, we'll be very busy the last few minutes before Valentine's Day and
Yes.
before anybody's birthday or anniversary.
That's great. That's great. That's great that you're here too, because it gives people a place to come to for
Right.
great, unique gifts. Is there anything else that you would like the customer to know about what you have to offer here at Floradora?
Let's see. Well, we talked about we carry smaller designers. We carry unique things that you won't find at the big stores. Most of our things are handmade, not mass-produced. And a lot of things that are made locally in Chicago or made in the U.S. and some smaller European brands that are just hard to find in Chicago.
Okay. And what are your hours?
Our hours are 10 to 7 on weekdays and 11 to 5 on Saturdays.
Okay. And you're not open on Sundays?
Closed on Sunday.
Okay, great. So it's been a fabulous time here today, and I'm going to try some things on. So
Oh, good.
we're going to have some fun.
That'll be fun.